Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A before, it's where you lot in the comment section run the show. So get your questions in. One second. Bless me. You lot in the comment section, get your questions in. If you are a member of the channel as well, your question takes priority like a super chat. If you want to join the membership, the link is in the pinned comment, people. But yeah, like I say, linked for the comment. The link is in the pinned comment section anyway for the membership. So like I said, get your questions in. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to it. But if it's a non-members question or a non-super chat, I will star it if it is a very good question. But make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Let's bump up those likes. We're already at double figures, so big up to you lot. Share across all the socials as well. So important you follow at That's Me Flawless. That's my personal account on Twitter and Instagram. Follow at Sarcasm City TV across all socials. Make sure you follow on the Kick as well. Please make sure you go to Kick and download the app because we got a load of content going on over there on the Kick app, people. And subscribe here. Make sure you hit the notification bell. The AK party I'll do next week, Friday. I need to actually add it to the schedule, people. But yeah, like I say, get your questions in. Jez is in the building as well. A lot to discuss just from today. Obviously, Chelsea drawing at Bournemouth, which increases the pressure on Poch. Arsenal winning with the goal from Trossard. Obviously, Manchester United losing at Brighton. Manchester City winning at West Ham. Spurs leaving it late to win at home to Sheffield United, and Liverpool with the earliest kick, obviously the Saturday afternoon, early afternoon kickoff. They won away at Wolves. What are you telling me though, Jez? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Give me just 1 second. I want to connect my outputs.
No stress. Do your thing. Do your thing. And big up to Jacob, United Spurs of America, for the raid as well. Large up to everyone who's just tapped in from the raid. Big up Warrior J as always. Stephanie G, big up to you as well. Large up Daniel, I see you in the chat. Flawless, I can't enjoy my team football. Yeah, man, it sucks. It really, really does. But like I said, you lot get your questions in as well. Big up to, like I said, big up to Jacob. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. And speaking of someone else who's not enjoying their football as well, I'm saying King Lou is in the building. Yes, Lewis, what are you saying?
In the trenches together, man.
We are in the trenches
together,
Yeah,
man.
stay up there. Stay up there.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Yeah. Well, what a trophy for you, bro.
You think I care about trophies? Come on, man. I support.
Yeah, I know you don't. You support Tottenham.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I just want to see good football. So
You know what?
I love
got that over us. You got that over us.
Yeah, that's facts. Big up Chinlu as well. He says big up Flawless Panel in the chat. Large up to you. Everyone who's just joined over from the raid from Jacob's channel, there's now over 100 people in here. We're only at 15 likes. Like check 1212. Let's bump up these likes. Let's get to 50 likes, people. Let's get up to 50 likes because I know all of you lot watching right now have not hit that like button. And make sure afterwards as well, hit the subscribe button. I see you in the chat. Get your questions in. Thomason as well. Like I say, members in particular, the Q&As are all for you lot because it's obviously one of the perks on the channel as well. But yo, Lewis, obviously your team played today, so we'll go there. We literally just did Troops' podcast. That'll be out. Shout out to Troops, shout out to Hassam. But you've been very vocal in regards to Pochettino in particular, obviously certain players as well. But yeah, where do you stand with Poch after the 0-0 draw today? Well, yesterday technically though.
I'm on the same pot of vibe where just please have someone else take the press conferences. Like the guy just constantly digs his own grave, and that. At least I could say it wasn't only Poch that was crap, but this whole club is just dismal as hell. That game is pathetic, and if we are playing like that against Bournemouth, we're fucked. We are absolutely fucked because when we play other teams that are more difficult and can actually bury their chances, other than Bournemouth, who always waste their chances every time they play us. It's just long. Villa are going to beat us. I don't know what's going to happen with Fulham. Should beat Burnley, but we should have beaten Forest. Should have beaten Bournemouth. And should have beaten West Ham, so that don't really mean anything. We've spoken enough times about the fixture list after the international break.
That's facts.
That is just a walking load of L's. This Poch, I don't know about him. I'm doubting him a lot. He made terrible decisions in terms of his game management. Why Conor Gallagher lasted a full 90 and took the armband, I'll never know. How you take Mudryk off, who's the only guy linking up with Nicholas Jackson, don't know. Enzo off with 10 minutes left. Didn't really get that. Talking about us protecting the point and the defensive slow nature of the way that we played in the last 15 minutes when we're meant to be chasing a goal, and in reality we're trying to protect a fucking draw at home to Bournemouth is pathetic and literally Tottenham mentality. Straight up. You are trying to protect a draw at home to Bournemouth. The guy went from saying no excuses, we must win in pre-match, to fucking saying, oh, we had all of these injuries and shit like that in the second half. Went from saying there's no patience, we need to win now, and then after we lost to Forest, no, we need patience. It's a walking contradiction, man. Like, if you just sat there and owned it and just said, you know what, we played terrible, I'm not accepting this and we need to do better, fine. At least you're firm in it and you're saying this isn't good enough. No, we're saying this is the reality and we need to accept this. The guy's talking about the fullbacks overlapping too much and making issues for the attackers. Levi Colwill does not overlap. So what are you talking about? This guy is a walking red flag, man. It's fucking confusing. I see in the comments section, West Ham's the tough team. Yeah, but we made our own mistakes. West Ham didn't win because they were better than us. They won because we messed up. And we gave them opportunities and we didn't defend them well.
Which is ironic because, like, what's it called? You had the penalty as well against them. Which
this is the waffle that he was talking about.
With
no
12,
excuses.
With 12 players injured and only 3 players starting today who were with us for the last 2 weeks, I think I need to say it was a really good effort from the team, from at Sky Sports.
Really good effort from the team. Did you see how lethargic our play was? How much we overplayed? How slow we tried to move the ball? The backward, sideways mentality. And he said it was a really good effort.
Hey, but you know what the hilarious part about it is here? Out of all the players that are injured, only really Nkunku comes actually in and I say, you know what, fair enough. Like, unless you want to play Buddy Ashula at the 10 or something, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't look at any of them injured players also from Nkunku that can actually help Chelsea right now. In terms of, like, Caicedo, I don't think he was injured. I think he was just left out, I guess. Noni. Is he really much different?
Caicedo, Noni, and Cucurella all had small injuries.
Wait, how did they get injured? What the hell? Anyways,
international duty. Even Enzo Fernandez wasn't meant to play, but he just insisted on playing.
Okay, then fair enough. But yeah, but even then, like, okay, if it was injuries here for Caicedo and that, okay, I put Caicedo there as well. But then realistically, I watched the game today. Caicedo's not changing the game. I'll be honest. Like him, Leslie, it wouldn't have mattered in my opinion. Maybe only in Nkunku. Only in Nkunku, I can make a good argument on how he can actually affect the game. Like, okay, we can say Reece James, but then again, it's not like Gusto is a bum.
How is the loss of one player this damaging?
Exactly, that's my point. That's my point. Like, it shouldn't be the injury is just hilarious to me. It's hilarious. Like, other teams have lost bigger players, but I can make an argument for, like, I mean, United fans don't rate Luke Shaw, but he's still a miss, I would say. Varane is a miss. Amrabat at this moment in time is a miss. Like, Rasmus Højlund when he wasn't there was a miss. Like, these are actually misses who come straight into the 11. Like, Chelsea, at least I can only say Nkunku maybe. I don't know.
He did say this, though. You know what I'm saying? We have to win. We have to show that we're Chelsea. We have
this is what he said pre-match. What you brought on afterwards.
No, he's asking for patience.
Yes, sir. What are you saying, fam? You good?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man, I'm watching proper football, not this soccer crap. You know what I mean?
Let's go. American football.
Hey, before we continue, though, there's over 125 of you lot in the building. We're at 23 likes. What is going on?
You lot are moving like my football club in the final third. Run those likes up.
Bump up the likes. Hit that like button. What are we doing? How are we only at 24 likes and there's over 125?
I want to see Dead finishing. I'll rewatch the match.
So bump up the likes and hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new as well, people. Let me see, actually. Let me see. I'm actually refresh. But yeah, I know everyone
like a minute or something.
What's going on, man? And get your questions in as well. You know what I'm saying? Get your questions in.
It's 4 games and I'm sick of this season already, bro.
It's 5 or 6.
5.
Hey, I got a question for the chat. Why aren't you smashing the like button, freeloading scumbags? Come on, press the like button.
bump up the likes and that. But Surfer, your thoughts on today and Poch and everything else that's going on? Lewis, obviously, we'll go back to you. 'Cause I'm sure you got more to say.
Jez knows my thoughts. He's been following me
Yeah.
around on streams all day, so he doesn't need to hear it again. So
I mean, ironically, I was already in Armin's stream before you even came on Armin's stream, like in terms of the chat. So,
Hey, make
but
sure you subscribe to the
casually though, I was came late though.
Oh, was you on casually? Okay, let's go.
And I was in the chat. I was in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat. Okay.
He was in the
But
chat,
yeah, Surfer, for those that
adding his
don't
2
know,
pence worth.
I actually, like only like Jez could. I don't actually know your thoughts on it.
Hey, I told him to hit the like button. I did my part.
He did do
You
that. He
did.
did
You're a
that.
real one.
My thoughts on the game are this. Let me just hang on. Just take some water. Might be a long.
Very inspiring.
All good. My thoughts are the system didn't change. You just changed 1 or 2 players. You play a centre back at left back who's played at left back. He's got chalk on his boots. It's not 3 at the back. It's 4 at the back. You ask a guy who's a number 8/6 to play as a 10, and it doesn't work. You're it's just a complete mess, man. That's what it is. This is all in his own making. Yeah, this is down to Poch. It's not down to the owners. Not down to, he picks the players. The players have to take responsibility in the decision making in the final third. Cole Palmer should have shot when he was in the box, instead of passing it to Sterling, and then he gets the pass back. Thiago Silva. Let's have a discussion on Thiago Silva. That man plays so slow today, passing wise. We couldn't build any momentum whatsoever. You know what I mean? And then he doesn't even take him off. He took Colwell off and left Thiago Silva on. You're asking Gallagher to... He seems to be asking players to do a job that everyone knows they can't do. Mm-hmm. Why are you asking Gallagher to be a number 10? He's not a number 10.
Oh, is that who he played in the 10? I didn't know if you were talking
he
about
did
him
for
or
part of
Enzo.
the game. And then you're asking to be a creative force. He's not a creative player.
We know that's true. That's true.
Yeah, he's like, you're asking Colwell to be a left back, and he's not a left back. He hasn't played left back. He's never played. This is the only time in his career he's played left back at Chelsea. He hasn't played left back at Huddersfield, Brighton, England seniors, under 21s. He didn't play left back in pre-season, but now he's playing left back in the full season. You know what I mean? You bring Maatsen on, who's a left-sided player. You ask him, you play him as a number 10. You bring Chilwell on, and then you're asking. You didn't want another striker, or you didn't want Vlahovic, so Jackson's your only alternative until Broja's injured, until Broja's fit, and that's still not a good option. So I'm not hearing this like injuries excuse either. And it's like, oh, he came out today like, oh yeah, we only had a few players for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, because it was international week. You knew you were going to have little players for the last 2 weeks. What did you want? What do you think every other manager was doing the past 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I don't understand this. And then before the game, he goes, "No excuses. We have to win this game." And then afterwards, it's all excuses. So it's like, why don't you say what you were better off coming out going, well, I want to win. Let's see how we do. Do you know what I mean? And then afterwards, you can come out and go, yeah, well, we did this right. We did this wrong. It's just a complete. He still needs to answer for why he's changed from pre-season to now. Why has he changed?
Anyone asked him?
No one's asked him that I can think of or recall.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody in the media got to ask him though. Actually,
Yeah, and just to clarify, quick, Jez, you're right. Nobody wants you in to win. No, you're right. But go on, carry on.
That's crazy, but okay.
It's because it's you. I don't mind Spurs. Like I have no issue with Spurs. It's you.
Oh no, that's just that's both Spurs and Jez. No one wants.
No, I fucks with Spurs, man. Come on,
you shut
Spurs.
up, man.
Yeah, hold that.
Yeah, shut up.
You
hold that, yeah. You hold that, yeah. Don't go too far. You know what I mean? You ain't. I mean, told you. We're the spy. Our clubs are the spy.
Oh yeah, facts. That's why do you think why do you think I'm not even bantering you lot like that?
I know. That's why we don't banter each other. It's like, you know what? We are the. You know what?
That's why I keep my banter just thanking you for now.
We Man United and Chelsea are that tag team that no one wants to unite. You know what I mean? You know, that hates them. We're the B team. We're the B team.
We're the B team.
With a
You know what the
BT.
hilarious, you know what the hilarious,
That
you
was
know what the
Bo
hilarious
Dallas
part
and
about
somebody
this?
else, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, he
Bo
was so
Dallas
glad.
and
But it's Axel Mania
Axel.
and that.
Yeah, that's
You know
what.
the
Yeah, with a
you know,
BT.
you know the hilarious policy. I saw United fans and Chelsea fans on a space today after the game beefing each other like, "No, you're below us," but like, yo, it's just a point. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
It should be
it's
2
literally-
points. Should be 2 points.
Shame.
It's a
Lads of
point.
Eddie,
Wait,
lads of
it's
Eddie
two
in the
points,
cut as
fair
well.
It's a
I
point,
don't know.
buddy.
I don't know the math. I'm just fucking
6 points,
grasping
fine.
at straws. I don't know what the fuck the point situation is. I don't know.
We still took a point and we're still behind United, man. That says it all. You know what I mean? That's the job. But generally, this is all the coaches. It's all on the coach. It's all on the coach. Yeah, you're playing players in the wrong position and expecting them to do well in that position. Does it make sense? I told you, playing Colwell at left back is the equivalent of playing Wan-Bissaka as a number 10. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? And he's persisted on doing that. And listen, I'm not Poch out or anything like that, but you are not.
You're not helping.
You're not helping yourself. You are
Potched
not.
out, not Poch out.
Potched out. That's fire.
Yeah, that's true. Potched out. Yeah,
That's
what
fire.
it is.
Are you Ten Hag out now? Ten Hag out. I'm gonna use that. Go on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
10 Hag, yeah,
That's fire.
yeah. So you bet. Listen, and it doesn't get any easier. You've got Villa next week. We've got Brighton in the League Cup. And then I think it's Fulham away or something, or Brentford away or something like that. And I don't hold that. And that's before we get into the monster October month. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, honestly, and everyone's going, yeah, but let's wait till we get all our players back. And it's like, someone said it earlier, but all the players that are out, the only player that would make a difference right now, and I don't know how much difference it made, is Nkunku. Right? It's the only player that's injured that would make a difference. Caicedo and Badiashile wouldn't have made any difference today whatsoever. And I cannot wait till he plays Badiashile at left back. That's going to really be fire then. Then I'm really going to go. I tell you, when I see Badiashile at right back or left back, I'm done, Flawless. I swear, I'm done. I'm tapping out.
You will see it.
I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. As soon as I see it, I'm tapping out. I'm done. I don't care what anything happens. I'll go. Listen, I'm stepping away. I've had 6 years of this bullshit in the league. I'm not doing this anymore. 6 years. I could have done a mediocre crime and been out and suffered less than what I've suffered in the league performances for 6 years.
Little burglary in that.
I'm just done. Yeah, a little burglary, non-violent. I'd have been fine.
And this is what Warrior J, this is what Poch said as well. Big up Warrior J for dropping this comment. With all the players fit, of course, we can compete for everything. But why is it different for us? We lack luck with 12 players injured. We have 3 to 4 young guys, 2 keepers on our bench. So this is just referring.
Brother, you scored 0 against Bournemouth.
And Forest.
Just
Do
let
you
that
know?
go.
Do you know that Bournemouth?
Pochettino is a fucking bitch.
Do you know that?
Oh,
I think there's a stat that says that Bournemouth, I think, are in the top 3 of actually conceded.
That's crazy. Hey,
Man,
V1,
come
big
on,
up for
bro.
the super chat. Who says Poch is a Spurs agent. He won't improve Chelsea. Big up for the super chat. Certainly looking that way.
Keep this up by Arsenal. I will bring back my Don Botlero slander.
Oh yeah,
All of
you
it.
know. Oh, it's
Don't-
gonna be
don't-
beautiful. I love
Hey,
this.
I have to clarify this, man. Don't associate that bottle job with us. Fuck that.
That's your legend, bruv. That's your legend.
He's not a legend of my book.
With your mentality. I
See, you know
can
what?
see the Tottenham in him anytime he talks in a press conference.
I'm making the false accusations. He's racist because Argentina. Fuck it. I don't care.
Okay, we're just gonna move on to T.O. who says, "Big up, Flawless. I was just wondering if you could unhide my main account. It's not fine. If it's not,
He got
it's
sent
fine.
to the
I'll
gulag.
support the channel anyway." T.O., what's your name and why? What's the name of your main account and why did you get banned? And
Yeah, we need the
Yeah.
details.
We need to know why, because you didn't get
Be
banned.
real
for
though.
racism.
Be real.
He played 7
Yeah,
players today.
T.O., if you're honest, I will go and find you and unhide you. Just be honest. Don't try and lie and what happened. Certain got said. You know what I'm saying? But just tell me why, and I'll legit go and find you afterwards. And
If it was
unban you.
anything against Jez, unban him. Seriously.
As long as it wasn't Havertz flop, like you can stay blocked for that. So.
Oh yeah, a big up as well to Jack. Mary, you became re-signed and became a member. So big up to you, man, every single time, man. Shout out to Jack. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated for joining the membership as well. And Ed, this made me laugh. It chuckled. I think it was Lewis was talking. What kind of sick, twisted world is this where Jez gets to be the happiest person on the panel every week?
Bruv, they lost Harry Kane.
Yeah, they did.
Facts.
And look at this shit.
Facts.
Pochettino, look at this shit.
Listen, can I just say, I have faith that we're literally a month away from the usual Spurs thing happening. I've seen this before, man. I've seen the happy stuff.
Oh no! Don't get it twisted. I'm ready to. I'm already.
I predict a lengthy Spurs run from Jez before Christmas.
No, like, see, for me, even for me, like, for me to get to like a situation where I believe a rant is happening. By the way, wait for around January, but AFCON is. I think this is where you probably because and even Asian Cup as well.
Yeah, I feel like something drastic has to happen to them.
Yeah, this is for me, like, because I said last season my points already about why I was so angry most of the time. This time, it's more about like for me, we generally have to actually look like Chelsea at the moment, like very in relegation form, and we're looking like we could get relegated. For me to actually be angry at the manager, like yesterday, if you would have lost the game, I can't lie, I wouldn't have been angry that much at the players and the manager. I was actually more angry about certain guys in the attack that just didn't do enough, and the referee enough. But it is what it is. Like, I'll be honest, like I'm just on a good vibe. And I'm not even expecting anything from this season. Like, I still think we don't get Europe, by the way. But let's see.
Oh, that's
you don't deserve to be happy.
And to Thomas B, who says you think De Zerbi would do better.
I will be.
He said, do you think De Zerbi would do better than Ten Hag and Poch? I think both teams have a real toxic environment right now. Yeah, go on, Eddie. You go first. Go on.
My fault. I was just gonna say, I think he'd do better at Chelsea than United because right now the priority at United is training standards. So you feel me?
This guy, yo.
Hey, talk about it.
He might not.
I wanted to mention that too. Talk about it.
This guy, I thought Eddie was gonna be serious for a second.
I'm sorry. I just had to do it.
Ever since Friday.
Anyone hear the rain, by the way?
It is. Nah, we good.
You good. Yeah, I'll give it. I'll let the Chelsea. I'll let everybody else. But yeah, I just think that you're gonna have to rely upon Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. Well, maybe De Zerbi is the type to not play them, but it's like that.
What I would say to it, Thomas, is even though the environment, let's say the environments are not the best, so let's say they are toxic, even though I think it is over exaggerated at Manchester United. I can speak on in regards to how our environment affects managers and affects the players. But what I would say is it's no excuse for certain decisions. Certain things are just on the manager. Certain things are just on the players. Like, Glazers out, 110%, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, crooks, like, without doubt. But things that have gone wrong in this season are not on them. Like, we've spent enough money to be better than we are. Because it's never allowed. Like, have we invested enough to go and consistently compete and win at the highest level? No. But can we do better? Yes. All I want us to do, if we fall short just because of quality, I hold my hands up and say, you know what, we fell short because this team's better than us. That's cool. But we're not currently falling short just because teams are better than us. There's multiple things and certain things the manager's doing. Like, why does it seem, and it's going to be interesting when we play Bayern on Wednesday and Burnley on the Saturday as well, why is it Anthony's not available, you change the whole system? Because to me, if Anthony's available, you don't play that diamond. So is it really Anthony at right wing or nobody?
Oh, you got a manager that does that too? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, if Anthony's available, he's not playing that diamond. So why not run with the same system, which you had success with, by the way, and you had success with these players last season, and play Palestri there next to Højlund, and then have Rashford, and then you have Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro in the midfield, and then your back four and your goalkeeper. But you switch to a diamond just because Anthony's not available. Like,
I seriously have absolutely
that's
no
not
idea.
the Glazers. Yeah, that's what's confusing.
Are we the only ones with shitty owners?
Yeah, facts. Arsenal don't have good owners like that. And look,
are we the only one with shitty owners?
Yeah.
Maybe you can say we have a shitty DOF, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take I would honestly assume that it doesn't take that much to play somewhat competent football. I'm not even talking about good
Eddie.
football.
Did you see the Wilson? Oh my God, Eddie!
No, I don't have it on. I don't have it on.
He just hit a Hail Mary to go. They're going to go level 35 points with Commanders.
Oh wow!
Oh my God! Sorry about that.
No, you good. You good.
Proper football.
I'm gonna see if I have the game.
Not the shows.
Not this soccer shit. Proper football I'm watching. Soccer.
Oh yeah, I got it on now.
But yeah, like legit, like that's what it is. Like Eddie said, to play competent football, that's not on the owners. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing
Or
to
even
do
competent
with the
signings,
owners.
to be honest. Like
competent
it's not-
because he's
it's not
made
like-
the
it's
thing
not-
is he's made
Yeah.
competent signings. That's the thing. So you're more than capable. Even though I don't like all the signings, the vast majority of the signings I understand. They make sense. There's a couple I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work out, and it's not worked out. But all managers, like I've said before, are gonna have misses. So that's why it's not an excuse. Look at last season under the same toxic environment, you exceeded all expectations. You exceeded all expectations. So
Oh my gosh!
why can the level not go up? Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on, get to it. Go on,
I actually wanted to say something. It's kind of hilarious. Eddie got me to it.
Failed 2 points.
Oh wow. Nah, but Eddie mentioned it. Like, so you saw that Man United performance. Yes, I think on Saturday it was. Yeah, and so what I'm understanding is these players on the pitch and they came off the bench. These are Man United required level, according to Ten Hag, and this is what they're putting out there. So is Sancho really that bad in training? If you tell me if
you know what I think it is, Jess? You know what I think it is, Jess?
Don't say it like.
Let me tell you what it is, Jess. Ten Hag is putting out some fucking training exercises. Sancho's in his mind is saying, "What the fuck is this shit?" And that he's probably got caught saying it out loud, and then that's what got him in trouble.
Bro, because I'll be real,
they just not. But for real, they just don't play.
I'll be honest here. I watched those goals back here today as well. I'm sorry. You don't have to be a good trainer to just realize, there is space for somebody to just make a pass and then somebody can just crush the box and then score a goal. You don't need to be a good trainer to realize these things. Like, so if these guys who were on the pitch are the guys who are the real good trainers for Man United and they are fit to wear the shirt, then something is seriously wrong. I can't lie.
Yeah. Like that's legit what and that's it. So that's why I don't put too much stock on the owners. Like, yes, we all know the owners and the hierarchy and why Manchester United have issues, but that's not the reason for us performing in the manner in which we did against Brighton. Because there's times we perform well this season. So what's the difference? Like, what we doing? We performed well at points last season. I think it's just very lazy analysis. That's what I go with. That's why you never hear me blame the ownership. Like I said, never. We all know what the Manchester United ownership is. I think it's just real lazy, and people don't want to. People either have their favorites in terms of the manager or have favorites in their players and don't want to critique them. No, criticize.
It's hilarious.
Still be a fan. You can still be a fan of someone. I'm still not Ten Hag out. I haven't switched, but I'll criticize. Casemiro, my guy.
Anybody who is though.
Yeah, I'd say. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Some people jump sooner than others. That's why I've not criticized anybody who said Ten Hag out. I get it if they're at the end of their tether. I think it's a bit early, but if someone says it, fair, because I have my doubts. So that's just legit what it is. Because Warrior Jason's flawless, and Eddie, I know you're not at this stage yet, but how many games it'll take for you guys to say Ten Hag out? It depends. There's so many variables on this, Warrior J. So it's such an open question.
Yeah, like be an Oli type run, right?
Yeah. Like we'd have to. The performances.
You'd have to get battered by your rivals as well. Do you know?
Performances are terrible. Results are terrible. I don't see what the plan is. Getting points. Like it has to be like real bad to the point where I think the players have given up on him, and I see no light at the end of the tunnel.
Would it be like?
With Ten Hag. Yes, we're going. Go on. Go on.
Would it be like? Let's say you get knocked out of the Champions League group stages, for example. Yes, like you don't make the knockouts or something like that.
Yes, like
or even Europa.
That's a major thing. Or if we play at home in the what's it called? If we playing at home to let's run it back in the League Cup or FA Cup at home to Rochdale, and he plays Casemiro injured in a double pivot. Something like that. Like for those that don't know, that's what turned me with Ollie was the Rochdale game. That's when I seen Pogba in a double pivot at home to Rochdale and he was injured and he was limping walking out of the tunnel. I was like, all right, this manager's gotta go. That's when I was like, enough is enough. It will take something like that where I go. That's not just a bad decision, that's a woeful decision. Like Mount, that's been the biggest red flag and still the most alarming red flag. Mount, the substitutions on Saturday that made no sense either. The changing of the whole system for Anthony, there's certain things I look at and go, it don't make sense. Like when things don't start making sense, like that's when I start having issues. Well, I don't, even if I need to be able to disagree but understand what you're trying to do. I'm like, yeah, I get this. Like a certain signing, for example. It may not be my first choice, but I get it. Like once the manager starts doing that, it's a wrap. Big up to V1 just for me personally. What are you saying, Eddie, in regards to where you're at with it?
Yeah, I don't like how anything about this season is started. I think it'll take a little bit longer for me to, but you know what? I'm just gonna be honest.
Talk about it.
I really don't care.
You got that point already.
Like I really don't care. I don't have to proclaim him out or whatnot. I think results will speak for themselves. And if he's out, he's out. If not, it means that something, I guess, results-wise changed. Because with me, bro, it's just like, it's this simple. I hate when managers are hypocrites, or I hate when they just come out talking all that bullshit in the press conference and it amounts to nothing. Like, I just hate when they can't read the fucking room. And so he's talking about how unlucky we were in all these situations. And I'm sitting here talking like, who gives a fuck? You still lost. Figure it out. They don't pay you to make excuses. They pay you to get results.
Facts.
So what he does from here on out will be real telling. Like, again, with the whole Sancho situation, is that enough for a strike, in my opinion? No. But is that very telling about where he might be in that dressing room? I think so. I think when you have a player blatantly call out your control over the team and your response is to say you have to say sorry and then I'll let you back into the team. Fuck out of here. What do you mean say sorry? Like, what are we, fucking school kids out here? That shit sounds hella weird to me. And then you come out and you get dog walked by De Zerbi, and I'm like, it's just a collection of nonsense. And, you know, it's unfortunate because people have already gotten to Onana's case. And I'm just like, brother, just got here. And like any goalkeeper, I mean, again, people with the De Gea shit, you understand De Gea has been part of some of our worst results in the last 10 years, people. So all that, he would have stopped shots, he would have done this, he would have done that. He didn't. That's why he's not here.
But you know what though, with the Hideo thing, I feel like they come from the angle of people saying that how Onana coming in will transform United, make it a better team, but because United went backwards from this season, people are now not comprehending that, and instead go with, I told you so, we shouldn't have sold it here. We should have gone on and buy Harry Kane or Tony or whatever at striker with Højlund or something like that. So I feel like people kind of looking at it from a complete other way. I think people looking at it from a complete other way, which I kind of get, but at the same time, the reality is that he had to go. And again, it's a reason why it still doesn't have a football club at the end of the day. But like I said, it's all shit, and Onana just came into a very shit situation, in my opinion, because I feel like in this current situation, let's say Onana was with us in goal, I feel like you could really see more of an effect what he brings to the team than Onana is bringing to United right now because of how much of a mess it is. Gotta remember as well, both even before Ron's injury, I don't think Ron was like special compared to last season. We talk about how Lissandro chopped off. I mean, Luke Shaw went back to his old Luke Shaw ways after he gets a new contract. And we know about the right backs. So it's like you're coming into a team that the back line, which was the strongest part of United, not playing to the levels that they can play to. So it's like, it's all a mess. It's all a mess, to be honest. goalkeeper.
Here's my thing with Onana.
Talk about.
He was brought in to somewhat complement the change in play that we were supposed to have. Unless the manager could not see that with those players that he continues to play, he could not institute that change. That's why it's so weird for me. If we were going to play this way, where literally the two center backs he has in front, well, I'd say more of the Martinez and the Lindelof situation, where they're not going to maintain shape and give him a trusted outlet. And every time he plays out from the back, he's just going to hoof it to Rashford, who we know aerially is complete garbage at this point.
Yeah, he's terrible in the air.
Like, what was the point of signing him? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what was the legit point of signing Onana? Now, I actually like him as a player, right? And the worst part about it is this. I wouldn't trust that 40 million with Ten Hag anymore. Like, I feel like Onana can withstand the manager because we've seen him produce on the biggest of stage. You don't go from being, people are like, it's criminal that he was voted for top goalkeepers in the world and FIFA shit. No. He earned that. He earned that. He didn't just drop off all of a sudden. It's the shit around him that that's making him look completely bad right now. And I get it. Maybe the João Pedro goal, okay, he should have saved that.
But he's should have been better. But that's the thing though. But people know. But this is what you get from Onana as a goalkeeper. Where like certain times when you feel like he needs to save something, he doesn't save it. But it's not like
that's the vast majority of goalkeepers. That's the crazy
exactly,
part.
and that happened with Inter Milan. It's more like there's games at Inter Milan that I watched where he let goals in that he should have saved, in my opinion. But it happens. But again, what is he coming into the team in order to? What is he supposed to bring to the team? And currently, what he's supposed to bring to a team, he's not doing it at United because United is in such a mess right now. Which why it just doesn't make sense why he's in the team. But not because it wasn't a good buy, but because of how the current state of the team is, in my opinion. Like at least with Inter Milan, rate the centre backs how you rate them. But Bastoni, last season's Cunha and De Vrij, all three of them comfortable on the ball. They all have a connection in that whole back four right there. And they know his weaks and strengths when he wants to be out, when he wants to have the passing angles and everything. At United, he still has to try to learn, but he's trying to learn with guys who are not even in form, and the whole team just being in a complete mess, in my opinion.
There's absolutely no cohesion from front to back.
Yeah, and that's a concern. That's a major concern.
That's not on him. That's on the manager.
Yeah.
If I look at every player and say they are playing like shit, I'm not looking at individuals anymore. I'm looking at the manager. What are you having them do that makes them look like this?
Yeah.
That's it for me. That's why when people say Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, brother, I just want to see something on the pitch that I can support.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Everything you said, I could have just slapped the word Chelsea at the end of it. It would have been relevant.
Let me see what else you
We really are just in the mud together, bro.
Facts.
Same jail cell, man. I told you this. V1 says, any names better than Ten Hag to take over? Big up for the super chat. No one here is saying sack Ten Hag. Like, so that's where I'm not at. That's why I've not had any thought process in this in regards to who potentially is replacing him, because I'm not there yet. Because I think it's way too soon for me to be even thinking about moving the manager on. Like, if I do get to that point where I'm like, this manager can't take us no further, that's when I then will start thinking about managers to indeed take over. But up until that point, no, I'm not doing that 5 games in. I keep using this example. If we had played these 5 games and won all 5 and look exceptional, I wouldn't be sat here saying the manager's going to win everything. He's the best ever. Give him the keys. I'd still be like, okay, it's a great start, but let's see how he kicks on. So there was no light at the end of the tunnel last year in my eyes, and he managed to turn it around. So I'm looking at it this time around and going, okay, what you can do. Obviously, it's 3 games more on, but we'll see. Bayern's going to be interesting. Forget results, even though you're looking at results. I'm looking at how does he set up? How does he set up? What's the formation? What's the personnel? What are the subs like? Same with Burnley away on Saturday as well. I'm looking at it going, what is the plan? What are you trying to do? I'm just looking at him closely in that sense to see. Because I want to see if I can still make sense of what you're trying to do, whether I agree with it or not. It's not about playing players I necessarily like, because no manager's going to do that. And I think people get that mistaken. So Alex Ferguson's the greatest manager I've ever seen. He put out so many lineups, and I was like, what is this? More often than not, I was wrong, and it worked. And I'm like, okay, that's why you are who you are. So we'll see. Like I say, Bayern, I'm looking at from a response from our better players, I should say. Our better players need to step up. Because if they step up, we'll be okay. Because that's what happened last season. Martinez, I'm looking at. Casemiro, I'm looking at. Varane, if he is indeed fit, I'm looking at. Rashford, I'm looking at. Højlund's new, but I'm looking at. Onana, the same. Not that either I think Onana or Højlund are bad, but you're the unknown. The rest of these men I know are not good. I'm not looking at Bruno. For what? I know what I'm getting. I'm not looking at a McTominay. I'm not looking at Lindelof, Shaw when he's back, Wan-Bissaka when he's back, Dalot. I know what I'm getting. I know this. Anthony, I know what I'm getting. I'm looking at Garnacho. I'm looking at Palestri. They both can be effective off the bench. I've seen that. What I'm saying, for the most part, I'm looking at starters. I'm looking at the best players. I'm about to go back in the mix. I'm not looking at Mount to do anything. I know what I'm getting. That's why I don't really critique them players. Like, when you lot ask me about them is when I bring them up. But I don't speak about them just openly. I'm looking at our better players. Martinez and Casemiro in particular, you two have to step up. Because if you two play well, we have a chance.
Well, I think Martinez is coming back from a big injury. That's the only thing with Martinez.
Yeah, I think it is. But I think now we 5 games in, and I know we did get injured kind of again. He needs to.
But to be fair though, like, I'll be honest, the goal where he got done by Kroos, I'm sorry, like, bro, you could have had a broken leg and recovered from it. Like, I'm sorry, like,
yeah, you just trying to block the shot.
I know, but he got dummied like crazy. I'll be honest, but I gotta ask a question. Let's say though, against Bayern Munich, let's say there isn't a smacking, but you can see the body language of the players in terms of, again, like, kind of similar to Brighton, where, like, you need a response, but they're not responding well enough. But you just got away with it, but you didn't get spun, but just lost the game. How would you feel then after the game?
Concerned if we don't respond and we don't put in effort in that game. Very concerned. It's Bayern away. What more of a stage do you need to do to shut everybody up from this criticism? Because if we go there, perform well, and get a draw, guess what? Them players will get praised. We go there and draw 1-1. If we perform well, you don't even have to win. People, it's at the point where the bar's so low, people are just looking for a performance from you. Look. And if you manage to go there and put in effort and just be try-hard's word to Eddie and get a draw, it can be 1-1 or even 0-0. I'm saying you can be 0-0 with 30% possession. Guess what? You'll get, all right, cool, there's something to build on. But yeah, if it's the same again, I'd be very concerned. Because that's one thing we did under Ten Hag very much so, apart from the opening 2 games last season, and I think there was one other time in the season late on where we lost games back-to-back. Normally we bounce back in terms of results. When we lost one, it's kind of like we went on runs. It was like, okay, let's go on. Let's see if we can bounce back and go on a run. Like I say with Bayern Munich, I take a draw right now and a good performance. Draw, great result. I'm also
that factors into our away record, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we've been so shit away from home that anything other than a loss is a plus. Now, is it a tip of the cap to Ten Hag if that happens? For me, no. Because I expected more this season. Last season, we played like hot shit, and somehow got a 3rd place finish in a trophy of some kind of caliber. Not the best, but of course it's something, right? That was the standard he set for this team.
Yeah.
Same players, couple more additions. You come in this season, the Wolves game was fucking alarming. It was alarming. Yeah. Second Spurs game, even more shocking, because at no point during that game did I feel like we were ever a justified threat to them. Nottingham Forest, you go down 2-0 within fucking 5 minutes.
4,
excuse me. Crazy. Crazy.
Sorry, just had to correct,
No,
that's how
I'm
bad
here.
it was. Make it worse, Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Make it worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
4 minutes.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, what is that? What the hell is going on? And there's no sign of improvement. It's the same standard of play, just the results change because of the competition. So I can see 2-0 to Bayern easy before I can see a 0-0 or 1-1.
Oh yeah, don't get mistaken. I'm not, because I see.
I feel I know that.
Thomason saying Bayern Munich will eat you alive. Who said Manchester United are winning that game?
Pause.
I'm saying that. Yeah. Pause as well. Pre-pause. But
Yeah,
who said that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I ain't
that.
been impressed with Bayern still. But...
Yeah, but nobody. But the point I'm making is whether you're impressed or not. The point is, Thomason said in the chat, Bayern Munich will eat you alive. Pause.
Oh, Dominique, let me answer Dominique.
Nobody said. Nobody. I've not said, and Eddie's not said. I've not heard any United fans say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go there and win."
Oh yeah, that's
but,
yeah.
Dominique, Miami got the most explosive offense in the league, bar none, for sure.
If it was at Old Trafford, I'd say you could.
The defense sucks. That's
of course.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I haven't been impressed. Like, I watched Bayern against Leverkusen the other day. I know Leverkusen are actually a very good team, to be fair, but like Bayern were poor. I thought they were poor.
Yeah, have you seen Man United?
Yeah, and we poor.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like,
and let me just get to the super chat. Big up V1 again for another super chat. Much appreciated, my guy. Says, Flawless, name your top 5 managers after Sir Alex for your standards. So that's Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Oli, Ten Hag. All not good enough.
Oh, God. Good.
All not good enough.
Oh, God.
All not good enough. I can't say about Ten Hag because his stint is not.
Big up, Jose.
It's like asking me like to rate 5 films. And I've only watched 4 of them.
We all know who's bottom though, don't we?
I don't even want to rate it. They're all cheeks of the same.
Surely Ollie's bottom.
Of course.
Why isn't Ranyan in that list as well, man? Come on.
Yeah, like
he was
I'm just tired of doing. I don't do these debates because all of them were not good enough. So it don't really matter who wins it. It don't matter who wins it.
4 games.
Yeah, it don't matter who wins
Jose
it.
is clear.
The four of them all weren't good enough. So I'm not gonna debate who was the best out of the worst. Nah. I
hate seeing Jose at United personally.
Yeah, we hated it too. So you know what I'm saying, something we agree on. You know what I'm saying? Big up Tyler in the chat.
I hated them at the end. I hated them at the end, but
yeah,
you watch your mouth, Jez.
Jose would have won you a trophy.
You watch your mouth.
Hey, maybe you know what? But I didn't want to get him sacked. To be honest, I didn't want to get sacked for that.
You show respect. You show respect for your.
Yeah, I'm just a young G. I'm saying I gotta respect the guys.
You shut your mouth, Jez. Yeah, you shut.
But actually, somebody asked me this today. Not me, but in a group chat.
No one asked you.
Not in a group chat. Somebody asked me, would Chelsea fans take back Jose Mourinho?
I tell you what. I said this. Let me answer this. I tell you right now. I would not give this fan base the opportunity to rip apart Jose Mourinho. All right, with this group of players at this moment in time. Okay, I will not allow this pig ignorant fan base who protect the likes of Gallagher, Mount, and Kai Havertz to have a go at my greatest. Okay, I would not allow that. Okay, if you ask Flores, would you bring back Sir Alex Ferguson for this lump of shit of a squad that he has? No freaking way would he allow these Bruno protectors.
Sir Alex Ferguson's the names, bro.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah.
Alex the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all that.
Yeah. Leave Sir Alex the legend that he is.
Defending Bruno in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah. People. That's the crazy part. I did the Unfiltered podcast the same day. Shout out to Saeed, obviously. Big up Double A.
Big up.
Andy Tate as well. You know what I'm saying? Leon, who was on. And someone super chatted still defending Bruno. Like, I'm criticizing it. I'm like, you spent money to criticize me for criticizing Bruno, and we've played 5 matches and he's played well in 1. Like I said, there's just some to certain people. There's just players can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? We could get relegated.
Which one did he play well in?
Players.
Yeah, that's why
Forest. Play well against
I didn't watch that game.
That's why I'm glad we got. That's why I'm kind of glad we got rid of Kane, to be honest. Like, bro, the way the guy was getting away with performances at times is crazy. Just because he gotta go. Even yesterday, like before the one, I saw somebody playing, because we talked about owners earlier. Somebody blamed Levy for selling Kane while we were going down 1-0, And now, then we won 2-1. All of a sudden, the same person at the time was like, "Oh, what a win! What a player Richarlison is." I'm like, you were just in this couple minutes ago, were just complaining about Levy being the reason why we couldn't score against Sheffield, and the referee's been shit. But then all of a sudden, you act like nothing happened, and he's never said that. Like, I hate certain. I hate people that just don't want to actually help people to accountable. That's all I hate. Like, probably one of the main reasons why I hate Conte so much, because that guy was taking zero accountability. Like, let me know you can speak on about this guy, man. You're right. How was actually Liverpool been?
Ours, happy we won, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like the first half didn't happen. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not just gonna act like it didn't happen just because we won 3-1. Like, that first half was really was awful, bro. Like, it was so bad. Like, I think that's probably one of the worst. That was as bad. That first half was as bad as anything from last season. I thought, like, genuinely as bad as anything from last season. Like, at the end of the day, I know we went in with our with a defense that, you know, was like Gomez, Matip, Kwanzaa, Robertson, but like, bro, we were bad all over the field, attack, midfield, defense. Like, we were just terrible. And we should have been out. Like, Wolves should have sealed it in the first half. They should have been 2 or 3 up. And at the end of the day, yeah, I just feel Klopp's getting way too much credit for yesterday. Do you get what I mean? Like, I just think he's getting too much credit. It's like people say, "Oh, a masterclass from him. Look at his changes and stuff." Like, but at the end of the day, he started off this team he started off with, and the tactics he started off with were shit. Like, that's what got us into that position in the first place, where he needed to change it. And then on another day, it could have been 2-0, 3-0 Wolves at half time, and the game's gone. So, like, we were lucky it was only 1-0, and he was able to make the changes and come back. But at the end of the day, like, playing Joe Gomez inverted in that first half is one of the most stupid things I've ever seen. Like, what was going through his head to actually do that? Genuinely, like,
I think you underestimated Wolves.
I think there was an element of that, but then that's just his own fault. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
and then
I feel like yeah.
McAllister should never have played because of where he played in midweek, and the same goes for that kind of explains, I think, why Enzo had a bad game today as well for Chelsea, because of Argentina playing in Bolivia the other day, which was 11,000 feet above sea level, and where players have collapsed and stuff. That's always going to take a toll on you at the end of the day, and then you're being asked to play a few days later, having just come back the other day. Like, he should never have played, and that's on Klopp, which is why he got subbed off at half time, because he was shit. And yeah, like, we can't. And fair play to Klopp. Like, he changed. What impressed me is not the sub, but like, he changed the formation to the kind of 4-2-4, which worked well. But at the end of the day, it was worrying that first half. Like, I know it's after international break, and I can understand you starting off a bit slow in the game. We saw City 1-0 down at half time, for example, as well and stuff. But not that bad. Do you get what I mean? Not but that bad where you're getting absolutely dominated by Wolves. Wolves, like, come on, bro. They're not a good team. Like, in the first half, and Wolves should have been out of sight. So, yeah, like, if we play like that against it, like, that's the thing. We've got tough games coming up now. We've got West Ham, we've got Tottenham, and we've got Brighton. Like, if we play like that the first half against any of those teams, we'll lose. Like, there won't be any coming back. Like, Tottenham are actually decent now. Brighton are a good team. I know I'm confident against West Ham because we were at home. So, like, but the other two are away. So, bro, like I said, I'm happy we won, but I'm not going to act like that first half didn't happen. Do you get what I mean? Like, it happened, and it was bad, like, really bad.
Fair enough. I know Warrior J, you wanted to know Ryan's thoughts on that. Big up TJ as well for the question. Says, Jez, how you feeling going into the North London derby? I'm far too stressed, bro. Obviously, for those that don't know, TJ's an Arsenal fan. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Make sure. Floor's yours, Jez.
Do you want to... which version do you want from me? Like, being real or just
answer the goddamn question, man?
The real version. President Jez. You want the real version?
Okay.
This ain't WWE, man. Just answer it truthfully.
Hey, no. Because there's two sides of me. Which
just say that, man. What is this? Come on.
You know what? Just because you say that, I go with both versions. Fuck it. There's a BS version there's a BS version where I say fuck it, fuck Arsenal. We go in there, we're gonna win, and just keep the hella vibes in it. But if I'm being real, I'll be honest. I don't think we're gonna beat Arsenal. I'll be honest. I think it's gonna be our first loss of the season. I don't think we get even a draw. I mean, if we do, we get a draw, then cool. But it's just that I feel like the team has shown me where like we can beat a lot of teams. I think with the 11 that we have, we can beat a lot of teams, and even some of the subs that we actually have. I feel like people kind of underrate them because they're not the greatest. And if you ask me if you could solve them, I would solve them. But I feel like we have enough quality on the manager showing me that we can beat actually teams that we're supposed to beat. Let's say it this way, in my opinion. But Arsenal, I put them in the category where like I don't think we have a better squad than them. But, this is the first point. I think if Havertz plays, I think it gives us I'll probably increase the chance of us winning by like 30%. That's how sure Havertz is. But even then, it's still like a draw or a win for Arsenal. Then, because like it's just the history. It's just the history of this fixture. Like I have not seen us win at Arsenal, and to be honest, Arsenal had at times some crap teams where I felt like we should have, or at times where Arsenal had worse forms than us, yet we couldn't go there and beat them at their ground in the league. Well, that's why I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I'm not overly hyped into the fixture. Like I'm just chilled, to be honest. That's probably the right word to use. Like I'm just going into this game like see fuck it, like let's see how this game goes. Like if we get smacked, let's see how we respond in the Liverpool game. If we play well enough, but Arsenal's quality overwhelmed us, then for me that's more of a positive sign. Because then at least you can still oppose the way if we want to play, but it's just that quality was missing, which again our team lacks certain quality in certain positions. And it's also a lot of it's going to be a lot of these guys their first North London derby as well, which is also something to put on account as well.
True that.
Like, sorry?
Did Rice play today?
Yeah, he played today.
Yeah, he played today. Yeah.
I couldn't tell, dog. Ghost number one. We see you, Rice. We see you in the light.
I mean, I didn't watch the Arsenal game, but I seen a lot of
well, but that's it. He was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
I thought he played well.
Because the thing is,
he was good.
This thing, because I wasn't watching the game, but even it wasn't even just Arsenal fans. I saw also other fans just on all the clubs be like, "Yo, Rice was class." Like, I'll be honest, I didn't watch the game, so I can't comment.
Yeah, I watched it.
I think the only benefit we have is that they have the midweek fixture now, and we have just a whole week of training. So I don't know. Like I still predict us to lose at this moment in time if I really want to be honest. But this is not because I want to just be this. I want to be this negative guy like I was last season, but more so because I just believe that Arsenal is just in a better place than us at this moment in time. Even though I haven't really been convinced of Arsenal this season so far, in my opinion, but I just think we're getting overwhelmed by their qualities of players. I think at this moment in time.
First, it's going to be interesting. There will be a watch along on the Kick as well. Big up to Warrior J. Make sure you follow the Kick. And let's bump up the likes, people, because there's over 140 of you lot still locked in. Big up to everyone watching. But let's bump up the likes. Only at 53 likes. Let's get up to 90 likes, man. Hit that like button. What are we doing? Like check 1212. When you enter the city of Sarcasm, pay the toll, people, when you enter the city. It's tax-free, man. All you lot need to do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Continue to get your questions in, members in particular. Like I said, if you're a member of the channel, the link is in the pinned comment. I will start your question and I will get to it. And of course, if you super chat as well, I will get to it too as well. But let's see what else
you want to just say as well.
Yeah, go on, Jez. Go on.
Just quickly want to say as well, also some Spurs fans who came from Jacob's stream. Don't get twisted. I'm pumped for the game regardless. Like it's still a North London derby, in that. But again, like if this was a home game, my energy would be completely different. Because like even though not saying that I believe we will be the Arsenal 100%, but at least at our new stadium, I think our record been a bit more favored.
Your record at the Emirates, crap.
No, I mean at our stadium. Yeah,
you've not won there in 12 years.
Yeah, I know.
Are we saying that Spurs?
Spurs.
Yeah, but this is at Emirates, right?
Yeah, I know,
he's
but I'm saying
saying he'd be more
my point
confident.
is my point was more that if the game was at our stadium, I would be more pumped up about it and would show up more energy about it and be like, you know what, fuck Arsenal. It's like, I mean, to be honest, it's still fuck Arsenal regardless. Like they could beat us 3-0 and I'm still saying fuck Arsenal. And
Agreed.
It's just one of them ones where like I just don't have the confidence yet. But I kind of even if we get a draw, or even if we lose, or get even better if we do win, and it's a statement win in terms of like actually showing we go on head to head with them, and we win or get a draw. I'll be honest, like it would give me more confidence for the rest of the season, regardless. Then, even if it's a draw, because then it can like you can see there's something different, a different vibe compared to other seasons. Like I've seen other seasons where we coming into these seasons, people saying our Spurs competing for a title. I never believed that under Conte or under Jose at any moment. But at least with this one, there's just less pressure on us, which I think just benefits us. Like all the seasons that I've seen people say our Spurs must compete for a Premier League title. Why? First and foremost, but this season is like people don't even have us in their top 6 or top 7. I'm like, you know what? That's good. Let us just work on our own. I'm not really worried about what people think about our club at the moment. And like, I'm just going with the vibe, to be honest.
That's fair. Big up to Sadiq as well. Good to see Worldwide Chelsea in the chat, man. And he said, is that right? And he said LFC title challenges. Jeez. You agree with him?
No, I don't agree. Cool. I don't think there's any title challenges. Like, I think City win it easily. I don't think Arsenal are title challengers, no matter how gassed they get after a win against 18th place team today. And I don't think we're title challengers either. I think these Arsenal fans getting gassed over a 1-0 win away to a team that hasn't scored one home goal this season. Like, what are we doing here? Everton haven't scored a home goal this season.
Jesus,
they've had 3 home games and haven't scored one home goal. And yet all I'm hearing with Arsenal is, I heard someone say on Twitter, Arsenal have an elite defence after today. You played a team that has not scored a home goal this season. Like, what are you getting gassed? Your defence has been shit this season so far. Let's be honest, Arsenal's defence has not been good. They bottled a 2-1 lead at home to 10-man Fulham. And you expect these men to be title challengers? Like, get out of here, man. Like, City are the only team win the title. Well, obviously, only one team can win the title. But, like, there's no title race this season. Like, yeah.
Agreed. All right, first. All right, getting shit off his chest. Fair dues. And someone asked as well, did I even star it? Let me see.
Like, I think...
Yeah, go on, Eddie.
I think it's clear to see that there are 3 teams that have been playing the best football. And I'd say it's Spurs, Liverpool on the attacking end, and of course City. I think those 3 have kind of, pushed themselves to the head of the pack. How shit will settle by the end of the season, who knows? But as for right now, I think those 3 can be the ones that'll actually hold their heads up high.
Oh yeah, I would say I kind of I would even if there was a 4th team, I would say I say West Ham. If there's a 4th team, because like I kind of I feel like they're performing. I'll be honest, they've been looking better since Rice left, but that's for another day.
Am I crazy? So can we have? Is Ward Prowse a better midfielder than Bruno right now? Can we have that conversation?
I mean, at the moment, yes. Like, you see the assist that he has, the goals.
I can at least say he excels at something.
That's all I'm saying.
The DQ beat us like twice, man.
I was gonna get to that. So quickly to T.O. who says flawless, you're gonna join Lewis's team for pro clubs next FIFA. If he's running one, yes, I will be there. I don't know if he is. I don't even know if he's there. Is he actually there? Remind me to ask him when he's back, because Lewis is on mute. But if he is running a team, I will be. And to Sadiq who says my pro clubs team will slap any team as flawless for reference. Or Andrew, whenever you're ready, we've been looking for you lot. Where you lot been? Hey, you know what I'm saying, I thought you lot broke up.
Do you not make me a makeshift striker smack you up like I did last time? All right.
Yeah, like I want to run it back, man. It's Worldwide Chelsea versus Sarcasm City TV. Whenever you're ready, we can run that, man. And we run it on both channels. You know what I'm saying? Simultaneously. Let me know, Sadiq, man. I'm waiting on you lot. I thought you lot broke up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Beatles. You lot broke up, man. Like Mystique. What's going on? What are we talking about? Like the Backstreet Boys. Like NSYNC. You know what I'm saying? Sarcasm City. We didn't break up. We still here. You know what I'm saying? We like the locks.
Mystique with the pro clubs home.
Shout out all my Corona drinkers out there.
This fucking guy, yo. This guy. Yo, Egypt.
Worldwide Joe's gonna get snapped up now.
Oh my god. Big up to Yazer as well. Good to see you in the chat. Says like the stream flawless. Sensible footy chat. Big up all you, man. Oh man, this club flawless, from the fan base to the players to the incompetent structure and owners. We are dead. Have been for long. Yeah, pretty much. You're not lying. You are not wrong, Yazer. That's why I need the comment. And appreciate the kind words as well, my guy. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
To Shikar, when he said, "Can you broadcast the match?" Like, I'll be honest, like, we need people in the chat. Like, if Sarcasm City's scores to go, I need to be like, one cuz in the chat, like, to the one by Charles, like, I'm saying, like, we need to create
the atmosphere.
I fuck with that. I saw what's it called? West Ham went up against City. They say champions are real. Like, bro, they just won the champions. What are you talking about? Like,
my god!
I need that type. I need that type of energy.
This guy is too funny, yo. This guy is fucking too, yo. Just you crap me up on my life. And just quickly to Sadiq, who said new FIFA, we run it on my. Yeah, we'll run it. We'll run it back. You know what I'm saying? Because they disappeared after FIFA 22. So yeah, but definitely Sadiq, new FIFA, we'll run it. Worldwide Chelsea versus Sarcasm City TV, 110%. We'll run them games back.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Without doubt, man. Well, it'll be cold. Trust me.
But what was the Olive chant again? Fuck it. I forgot the name.
The what chant?
The Olive chant. The rivals were singing.
Yeah,
all is at the
wheel. All is at the wheel. Like, fuck it.
Yo,
like,
I'm so glad that song has died. Fuck for that, yo. Daniel says, why be a manager out at Chelsea when they never last fought? We'll go to you on this first, sir. You're the only Chelsea fan present currently. What's your thoughts on people who are indeed Poch out?
Part of it, they didn't want him in the first place. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you don't help yourself. You make the decisions you make. You give them more of a credence and cementing view of you in the first place. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot different if he actually stuck to what he did in pre-season and we said we played well and we lost some games but playing well, or it'd be a lot different if he stuck to what he did and we, were sitting here on 8 points, you know what I mean, instead of like 5 or something like that. You don't help yourself. Managers live and die by their decisions, And listen, I think at Chelsea you should start being a manager out first and let them work their way in my point of view, do you know what I mean? Because they don't last. So you should be a manager out right away because then you're never disappointed. Do you know what I mean? A manager, let a manager do something first and win something. But like I said, he doesn't help himself. So
he saw. What makes it worse is he saw human dreams from the preseason, like link up, Jackson. He's gonna score 15, 20 goals. Mudryk, he looks like exciting, and then he does a 360 and just changes his whole shit. Like I would be pissed too if I was a Chelsea fan. I probably would be Poch out right now. I'll be honest. Know my character, like I just don't know what happened. Like generally speaking, if there's a one-to-one questionary like kind of thing interview, my first question generally would be, what made you change the system?
Do you know how entertaining Lewis's watch along was in the second? I watched it in the second half, innit? Lewis's watch along in the second half. I said the game on all my days. It was so funny. Just the reactions when they saw Chilwell was coming on. When
oh my god!
Just stuff like all my days. It was hilarious.
Yo, Lewis, you need to clip up the stream and just put all the reactions out there.
It's like an 8-hour stream, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's just the part of where they're actually watching the game. I'm talking about, like, not that. Wait, 8 hours?
Yeah,
did they watch?
He did
did they watch Arsenal? I did.
Yeah, watch Arsenal.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, was it really that bad? Like,
oh no,
I saw.
Might be a bit.
I saw like
yesterday's is 8 hours, I think.
Yeah, because I saw like three emergency Chelsea videos on my For You page on YouTube here. Like, it's not that we just 5 games in. Like, give it a try. Like, what actually happens if someone just turns it around in the heart of it? Just like, do you know how hilarious that would be?
Oh no, we'll just be like normal football fans and forget about the first 5 games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's why I'm kind of like.
It'd be like you lot. All your beautiful football fucking nonsense. If Ange loses the last 5 games, you'll be out. You'll be Ange out. Don't even try this bullshit.
Fucking nonsense.
I just want to watch good football. Shut the fuck up.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. No, don't get twisted. Like, bro, like if you play good football, but then we lose to Luton Town, like, I will be angry. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, of course, I will be angry. Of course, I will be fucking angry.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm not gonna be a hypocrite about it. Like, be like, oh fuck it, we play good football. If I really want to see good football, then I just would probably support a team in Brazil. Like, if I really want to see good football, like, it's not. Yes, I want to see good football, but I actually want to win these football matches as well, innit?
I love these. You know the philosophy. Oh yeah, I'd rather lose 5-4 than win 1-0. Like,
yeah, I never understood.
Yeah, okay, lose 5-4. Okay, lose 5-4, 10 games in a row, and then come back to me and see how you feel.
Yeah, I never got that. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I saw that as well. Like, I'm like, why? Like, it's not a good thing that your team conceded 3 goals. Like, I mean, I'd rather have a dominant 1-0, 2-0 win, like, and just keep it step.
Yeah, that's why I say to you, it's more like Spurs will get more from that 2-1 win yesterday than beating Sheffield United 5-0. Do you know what I mean? In that case, because of the momentum and stuff like that, coming back to win.
If you would have lost that game, yesterday, I would have felt probably differently about Liverpool. But I feel like that game, now that we won that game, I can at least feel a bit more better towards Liverpool, even though the North London derby is first.
You're beating us that game. You're beating us that game.
I wouldn't say so.
I think because you're at home, I think you're winning it. I don't trust us in it.
The problem is Spurs are very open. They play very open. Spurs.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, did you see the way we played the other day? If we start like that against Spurs away, there's no coming back.
That's what I say. Like, I need to be closer to the time I can probably say more so. But I just feel more comfortable about that Liverpool game now compared to if you would have lost that game. Like, it's just really what it is. In Arsenal, Arsenal. Wait, I never have hope. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, it's like there's a difference between playing Wolves and Spurs at the end of the day. Obviously, like the other day when me and my dad were watching that first half, we were just saying we just need to get to the half time at 1-0. That's literally all we need to do because at 1-0, I was pretty confident as long as we don't concede a second in the second half, we'll end up winning the game. Because I knew we could only really get better, and I knew changes would be made, and I knew that we have enough quality up front to win us the game and come back. But if we play like that against Spurs in the first half, they'll go 2 or 3 up, and then there's no coming back at the end of the day. Like, so
you can't. I don't think you can say that with y'all though, Ryan, because you guys legit have the greatest equalizers in your attacking front. Like, you'll get a goal out of nowhere. You have that kind of potential with that squad. I get the fact that, just think about it, right? You played like you know what to start out with, then you came back with 3. You came back with 3, right?
Yeah, like I always knew we would come back at half time because we were only 1 down. But I'm just saying, if we play like that against Spurs away, they'll go 2 or 3 up and the game will be done. We won't win that game at all. Like,
I think they play better. But man for man, I don't think, Spurs are all that much of a better side, if I'm being honest. I think, they have some guys.
I'm saying they are. I think we're a better team than Spurs. I'm just saying that just the way we're playing in like away games so far this season and the way Spurs are playing just generally, I'm not confident for that game because of that.
My thing is more. I'm going. See, the funny thing about it, because you say that, but we had worse. We literally had the worst side last season, and we made a 3-0 comeback at Anfield just to lose it because Lucas Moore just had to give the ball away. But the point was still that we still came back, and even the game at our ground that last season, we were shit, but we still couldn't. After the game, we could have still had arguments about how we realistically should have made it at least a draw at the end of that game. And the ironic part about it this year, we had a worse team last season than this year. A much worse. Like, in terms of just this backline alone, just the backline alone, like, I think last time when we played Liverpool, we had Dyer, Longley, and Romero playing. And then the wing backs were Emerson, and the Emerson that can't play wing back. And I think this wasn't even Perisic who was left wing back. I think. So you kind of see the difference. Like at least we got athletic, strong, and actual guys competent.
Autumn is here in the UK. It is pissing it down, right? It is pissing it.
Sorry.
Down. Autumn is here. It's pissing it down where I am right here, man. It's like it's ridiculous.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I had it an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So somebody in Montana was saying this Poch tears.
Oh my god.
I can't. It make me laugh, but I can't. It make me laugh.
Leicester's not that far away from where I am. You know, I will RKO you.
Respect your legend.
I told you already. Fuck that legend. I don't say that. I say fuck him too. Like, what about
someone
show
asked,
some respect, man. Respect to your betters, man.
Yo, Lewis in the chat. Someone asked, "Are you running pro clubs on the next FIFA?"
Yeah, I'm gonna try run a pro clubs on my channel.
People, so I will be over there then. If Lewis is running it, I will be over there.
Let's go.
And so Warrior J says panel prediction on AC Milan versus Newcastle. Obviously, that is I think that's one of the is it
AC Milan got
the only
battered
kick
at the weekend. 5-1.
AC Milan
5-1
Newcastle
to Inter.
We'll get everyone's.
That's my UCL team, man.
We'll go to you, sir, for AC Milan Newcastle score prediction.
Yeah, Inter Milan got ripped apart. Sorry, AC Milan got ripped apart. Inter Milan 5-1.
That's crazy. Score prediction.
Eddie Howe in Europe, untested. I have no idea how he's going to do. It's at the San Siro. I'm going to go AC Milan 1-0.
AC Milan 1-0.
Just with no how and shit housery of it all.
What are you saying, Eddie?
1-1. I think there's something to be said about a team who's continuously been there versus a team who's just got there. So I'll go 1.
Fez, what are you saying, Jez?
I actually give it a 2-0 for AC Milan. I think they bounce back in it. San Siro away. Those angry fans after just come back.
Is that the San Siro?
Yeah, it's at the San Siro.
Yeah,
1-0. Yeah, that's a 1-0. 1-0.
Hey, Graham Potter won 2-0 there.
So you say?
But at least his players were playing for him.
So what are you saying, Jez? You say what's your score prediction? What are you saying?
I say 2-0 for AC Milan.
AC Milan, Ryan.
1-0 Milan. Newcastle are trash. They're not a good team.
Wow. Okay. Lewis.
2-0 Newcastle.
So obviously I knew that because we obviously had the discussion. Shout out. Make sure you check out the Back Again podcast when it drops as well. If you listen on the audio platforms, it's probably already dropped. So yeah, big up. I think Newcastle win as well. It was a bit like I said on the break with the amount of pace they have, big pitch. I can see I got Newcastle 2-1. I do, and I'm really interested to see how it plays out. And there will be a watch along on the kick for it because that group from a YouTube, I really like that group. So I'm interested to see all 4 teams in there. AC, Newcastle, PSG, Dortmund. Yeah, man, I'm doing PSG Dortmund straight after, fam.
No.
What do you mean? No, you're a Tottenham fan. What are you concerned about? You switched allegiance?
Nah, it's just that I like Dortmund, but these guys piss me off. Like, I'll be honest.
Go on. Why Dortmund pissing you off? Let's go there.
They've replaced Jude Bellingham with some dude called Zabitzer and Felix Dempscher. Hummels in the defense.
Why is Hummels still playing?
It's 2000.
Oh yeah, they got Sabitzer.
It's 2023, and Hummels still plays in the back line. Sula is just a fucking we call him a hamburger. No, actually a cheeseburger.
Why do you call him a cheeseburger?
Because of how big and slow he is, and how slow it takes him to turn. This is what they call him in Germany, like a hamburger or cheeseburger, whatever. Technically, we have only one centre back that's actually good. Our right back is mediocre. The midfield is not mediocre. Royce is literally playing on his last leg. Adeyemi, he's more worried about his girlfriend than actually playing football. Like our best.
Adeyemi.
The best attacker.
Oh yeah, he scored against you lot last year, innit?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, then he cried at the bridge.
I would rather have the guy back there actually cried and actually cared about his girlfriend. I'm not saying he shouldn't care about his girlfriend, but I'm seeing we losing games like down games or conceding down goals, and I've seen this guy posting his girlfriend like, yo, take the game serious, dog. And the best attacker is Martin. Something is wrong. If this is the best attack on the pitch, I'll be honest. Like that guy is not even that good.
Hey, how's Sabitzer been doing over there, though?
Huh?
How
Sorry?
has Sabitzer been doing over there?
But what? I couldn't hear you. What did you say? Sorry.
You said how Sabitzer been doing over there?
Oh, actually, I don't think he's been too bad, but Jude was just that much of a carry job.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like I don't think he's been that bad. Like compared to his qualities, I don't think he has been that bad. But bro, Jude is just like a whole. That guy did like a Bale carry job in the midfield. Like how?
First, Warrior Jasons, could we do prediction at PSG versus Dortmund? Yeah, yo, Jez, you there? Start with you.
To be fair, PSG are also crap. Like, if you have seen some of their league games, Jesus Christ. But they have Mbappe in it, so 3-0 PSG.
Okay, Ryan, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'll go same 3-0 PSG. Yeah.
Lewis.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Cool. Eddie.
Yeah, I got a bounce, guys, but big up my people.
Every single
Big up,
time, man.
Lewis, bro.
Every single
Big
time.
Up the
You lot make,
shells and potched out. Big up.
yeah, man. Make sure you lot subscribe to Lewis's channel. The link's underneath in the description on this live stream and every other live stream as well. Eddie, Eddie. What did you say? 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0. Fairs. Surfer?
Where is it?
It's in Paris.
As in Palace, like he put it first.
They did lose though on the weekend.
Yeah, they lost to Nice at home, didn't they?
But Dortmund are terrible. Like they only won that game because who was again who we played? Whatever the team that played, the opposition got a red card. But before that, bro, nothing was going. Like nothing was just going.
The problem is I don't rate Luis Enrique as a manager. I think he's trash. So 2-1 PSG though, but only because Dortmund. I don't even know who's their manager. Is he still there?
You think he's trash?
I want. He's fucking.
I think he's overrated, but I don't think he's trash. I think he's a
Enrique.
very good manager.
So when I say trash, I mean overrated still. But so
Yeah, he's overrated. I agree.
He's
but
trash.
He's a good manager.
He's trash to what people think he is, anyways.
If you make
I agree.
that way, then I hear it talking.
I thought you meant trash just as in trash.
No,
but
I mean
it
it's
doesn't-
like you take away. I mean, if you can't win with Neymar, Suarez, and
Oh yeah, I know.
you know what I mean, then you shouldn't. You have no. I mean, I saw him in the World Cup, man.
Yeah, you should just hand in your coaching license or something.
Olmo, Ferran Torres, and that fucking money counterfeit, money laundering striker Morata up front. You know what I mean? It's like shit. And he played a 38-year-old Busquets in midfield and Rodri in defence.
Rodri in centre back.
Defense.
centre back, you know.
My God.
You
Nah,
terrorist.
Enrique was. Oh, man.
You absolute terrorist, man. That's what he is.
Talking about terrorists. Did you guys see the tweet about Tuchel?
Is that a real tweet? Is that like who
that
actually
actually-
tweeted that out?
See, so somebody. So originally, it's some account about tweeting about
when did they
terrorists
get
in
PR?
history.
That's all.
Like,
I
I have my doubts if that's legitimately real.
No, this is what
think
happened.
it's too late.
So-
Sure, Jez is on the scene and knows what's going on. Yeah, go on,
No,
Jez.
but
Go
like,
on, Jez.
I saw it. I saw
Jez
it.
so
Somebody
goes on
else-
the dark web, man. Jez is so
somebody-
dark web searcher, man.
No,
I just seen what
somebody-
he tweeted out before. I'm like, yo, this nigga. Yeah, exactly. You laugh. You know exactly what I'm talking about, yo. You know exactly what I'm talking about, man. Hey, bro.
Why do you think? Why do you think I don't put my
Go on.
Twitter handle on here?
Yo, this guy is
No, but
absolute wild.
Anyways, yeah. And on that tweet, tweet that I saw, yes, because that account was obviously reporting about terrorists in history. Yeah. So somebody replied, "Do you know about Tuchel?" And then the reply was from that account, "Who's Tuchel?" And then a couple hours later, then you saw the whole tweet about Tuchel, his crimes, what he did. I was like, yo,
That's wild. That
oh
is
my
wild.
God.
It is. But yeah, Warrior J, to answer your question as well, I think PSG do the business. I got them 2-0. Mbappe, that's legit it. I don't know too much about PSG, how they've been playing. Don't know too much about Dortmund, but the Mbappe factor, I'll go with Mbappe. But we're going to close out the stream anyway, people. So large up to everyone that's locked in. Don't forget, we are available on all audio platforms as well, people. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts. Type in Sarcasm City TV and this show, the Q&A. All the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, will pop up. So SoundCloud, make sure you hit us with the follow. Spotify, if you listen to music on there and our podcast, 5-star us, leave us a review. And all you iPhone users as well, iTunes, Apple Podcast, if you have an iPhone, 5-star us, leave us a review as well, because you've actually been listening on the Spotify and on the iTunes. So big up to everyone listening on audio only platforms, because some people just don't want to listen on YouTube, which is absolutely, well, watch on YouTube I should say, which is absolutely fine. So like I said, if you want to listen while you're at the gym, cooking, cleaning, or you just don't want to have YouTube burning up all your data while you're on the move, listen on the audio platforms, people. Also, make sure you follow the Kick. So important you lot do that, because we're trying to grow the Sarcasm City TV Kick. For those that don't know what that is, that's just another media platform where you can live stream. And all of the Twitch content is now on the Kick. So everything we had on the Twitch, all the Champions League watch-alongs, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, NBA content, NFL, F1, boxing, all of that is over on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. So just download the app for free, sign up for free. Very similar to Twitch, and then you just hit the follow button. Because we're trying to get monetized over on the Kick. And like I said, if you enjoy Sarcasm City TV, you're not getting the full Sarcasm City TV experience without the Kick, people. But big up to all the members, big up all the regulars, all the new people. Obviously, shout out Jacob for the raid as well. It's great to see new names, new usernames, new avis in the chat as well. What we got coming up tomorrow? Slightly earlier. I was going to say tomorrow. Today, actually, technically, Madden United is normally 4:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. So it'll be an hour earlier. I'll be discussing all things Manchester United. Then following that, midnight, back here doing the most, which is the Premier League show. So that'll be back since the international break is now over. So that's back to regular schedule.
Ahmed not hiding on this one, then.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know Ahmed's not in a good place because of Chelsea and all that. But yeah, I heard he's stressed. But I hope he's good, man. I heard he was stressed. Someone said it to me in the chat. But you know, he'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? It's because he had high hopes for Chelsea. That's why he's. He thought, yeah, we're back top four.
No, hilarious. No, it's hilarious fun. No, the hilarious fun was because now he's saying these guys are young, they're inexperienced. Like, but where was this in preseason? Where was it in preseason? I gotta get him from.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Ahmed, it was Ahmed, Timo, all this about Chelsea going to score this amount of goals this season in the Prem, and this guy's going to get 15 and that guy's going to get 20.
To be fair, Ryan, like the season is long anyways. Like there's still
shout out my guy Marshall. I need to run that back on Casualty FC, because when I was over there and said Chelsea had problems in front of goal, I was told no, they don't. 5 games in, all we're hearing from Chelsea fans is how they have problems creating and have problems scoring. Interesting that. But they just thought I was hating. But big up to Marshall. Make sure you subscribe to Casually FC as well. You see Surfer over there, unfortunately. But yeah, make sure you check it out. Great show. Great channel.
Hold on.
And to John, who says,
hey, Jez, you sharp, man.
Do you watch it? Do I watch? No, I don't watch
walking
NFL.
badge kisser.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is a habitual badge kisser. He is Lukaku. You are a habitual badge kisser.
Yo, I need to big up you, man.
Yo, Ryan love every time.
You know what? Next stream I'm gonna be rapping Lukaku. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You are. And I'm like that.
Oh my god, this fucking guy. But yes, large up, like I said, everyone who's locked in. And no, I don't watch NFL, but Eddie and Surfer and some of the other
go to
regulars you see on there.
Alan's doing a watch along.
So I'm gonna raid him. Yeah. Well, let me just shout out all the members quickly before we do, because I do sometimes forget to give shout outs to all the members. So big up to Strasbourg, Steve, Jack, V1, TJ Warren, of course. Make sure you subscribe. Another Jack, Dan Levitt, Emma K, Guna ER, Eddie, who's there on the panel, Malale, Jesse, Broderick Fail, and the Stream TV. That is a phenomenal name, by the way. And the Stream TV. I think that might be Dave, actually. Shout out to Dave. Daniel, of course, Casually SC, the Young G Nero Knows Ball, Gabriel, Chic, Yardman Segenio, Time to Shine, Here to There, Dennis the Great, Matthew, Victor, Star-Lord, Zayo, 44, Give It to Mikey, the Disabled Team, Raymond, Alam, who we're going to raid, J Socials, Touchline Talks, OG Turbo Jesus, Jesters, the lovely Sasha, Nelly, Scott Page, Neville B, and the guy we all got has just left, Ryan. So big up to everyone who has locked in. You lot are real ones. Big up to all the members, like I said. We're going to raid the lamb right now, so make sure you put Sarcasm City TV raid in capital letters in the chat. Just put Sarcasm City raid, actually. Sarcasm City raid in the chat, because he's doing an NFL show right now. But this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.